Morning grade 7s. Today we are doing rounding off. Now rounding off of decimal numbers is actually no different to the rounding off of whole numbers, which you've been doing for years. So let's have a look at this number. 4,945. Now if I want to round that off to the nearest whole number, the nearest whole number is the first number on the left of the decimal comma. So we are interested in the 4. The 9, which is the guy next door, tells the 4 what to do. And 9 tells the 4 to go up to 5. And then remember, the guy next door and all his friends become zeros. You don't have to include all these zeros. Your answer is 5. Let's look at another one. Let's look at the number 15,495. And let's round this off to the nearest whole number as well. So the nearest whole number would be the unit. The 4 is the guy next door, and he tells the 5 to remain the same. So your answer will be, remember the guy next door and all his friends become zeros. That answer is quite correct, but you don't actually need all these zeros or the comma. Your answer is 15. Right, if we look at another number, let's take 179,32. And let's round that off to the nearest tenth. This is the number in the tenths column. We could also call this rounding off to one decimal place because it is one place after the decimal. The 2 is the guy next door, and he tells the 3 to stay the same. So your answer will be 179,3. The guy next door becomes a 0. And because he's a 0, he doesn't actually have to be there. Oh, that's not rubbing out. Right, let's look at 199,97. And I want to round this off to the nearest tenth, or to the nearest first decimal. The 9 is the number we are interested in. The 7 is the guy next door, and he tells the 9 to go up to 10. And because 10 can't fit into one column, he tells the next 9 to go up. He tells the next 9 to go up, and he tells the 100 to go up. So your number is 200. That is quite correct, but these zeros are not necessary, so your answer is 200. Let's have a look at exercise 7.7. Number 1 is asking you to round off to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number is the number in the units column. It's the first whole number before the decimal comma. So let's look at 1a, 18,8. And we are rounding it off to the nearest whole number. This is the nearest whole number. So the guy next door is this 8, and he tells that 8 to go up. So your answer is 19,0, or you can just write 19. Let's look at question 2. Question 2 asks you to round off to the nearest tenth. And let's look at A. A is 0,08. The nearest tenth is that digit there. So the 8 is the guy next door, and he tells the 0 to go up. So your answer is going to be 0,10, or just 0,1. Question 3 asks you to round off to 2 decimal places. If we look at our columns again, 2 decimal places means 2 places after the decimal. So 2 decimal places is the same as to the nearest hundredth. So let's look at 3A. The number is 19,999. And the number that we are interested in is the one in the hundredths column. So the 9 is the guy next door. He tells that 9 to go up to 10. Who tells that 9 to go up to 10? Who tells that 9 to go up to 10? Who tells that 1 to become a 2? Or just 20. Let's look at another one of those. Let's look at 3B. They give you 23,2345, and they ask you to round it off to 2 decimal places. 1, 2. So we are interested in the 3. So the guy next door is the 4, and he tells the 3 to stay the same. So your answer will be 23,23. And the guy next door becomes a 0, and so does his friend. So your answer is 23,23.